Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Matchbox lights.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Let's make these babies cry.
45. Mike, 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Brady now to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January, but if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Right down. 180. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. What's up? That's up.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Hey, Haywood!
To throw on 3rd down. Carr under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 8 catches, 109 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And Brady's throw there incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this score will stay right where it is. And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here.
And it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, you cover a guy in your area. And those windows that quarterbacks are seeking to throw into, they're closed in this case.
Yeah, they've been all over the place, knocking down pass after pass.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Jones. Room here to run. And all the way inside the Oakland 20 into the red zone. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 2nd down now. It's Logan, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 26, check 26. Check 37. Check 37.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jacobs now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down. That's complete to Kyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 185. White Monday.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and 2, Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Brady, quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Alabama, 380. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
To throw again on second down. Brady. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From midfield, here's Brady. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. Joe Mixon, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest, check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Cam Newton, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well.
Right there, 56. Time to go, night.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry by Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Sponge. No. 36. Watch the ship.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw his car. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Carr completes it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
He's crashing. He's checking.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Three buds.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
25 yards that time.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Brady, 5 straight completions here this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run.
And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And shutting him off, now open field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
93. 93. Hey, Echo. 54, right there.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hey, high 7.
Shotgun now for Carr. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Regular.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This will be caught inside the 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd down and goal. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got you. Check.
They'll run with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
694. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Hey, wahoo!
Get down. 45. Mike, 45. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the
Carr going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
From the gun, Carr, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Hey, 66.
Brady going to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. On 2nd and goal, Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing. Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking? Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game. Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him. After the sack on 1st down, Brady, and this is caught by Evans. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Brady. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Brady now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 6. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He completes it to Evans. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Back to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by a point, 65 seconds remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Bravo!
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hey, 7:34.
Back to throw. Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Carr. The 20. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Raiders, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Oh, these haters ain't laughing now. Oh, I'll be the 55. Oh, these dudes is funny.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years